another good week.
You know, these things, when we start, I never know how to start them anymore. But I'm just thoroughly enjoying the fact that we rock up tired, hungover, and double dubs.
Double dubs again. And
Yeah.
even better this time because now, officially, ladies and gentlemen,
Mm.
we'll get to it. But officially, the glass table have put their sides to the final series. Both are in. Congratulations to us. Um, yeah, this is all us, you know. I feel like without us here, this wasn't possible. So congratulations, guys. By guys, I mean us.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, the stupid, sexy recording lady. I
And
guess
Ben
you
Keys.
didn't have the keys to September.
I was upset
Ah!
about it for a night, and then today happened, and now I didn't care about it because it doesn't matter.
Did you see my tweet?
Yeah. Oh, this is fun.
I spent a few good minutes laughing at that.
Oh man, it's just the best. We'll get to
I
it.
guess we should start the episode.
Probably do a bit of glass smashing. I'm gonna throw a ball at the camera.
That's the play of the game. That is the play of the game. Time!
From the impossible angle, and he puts it through, and Portland.
Danger, 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 danger. Butler, 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 Butler.
Get around him! Get around him! Edge of the seat.
All right, welcome to episode 24, The Glass Table. Jared, what's going on?
Not a lot. Like you said, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Been a long weekend, but I think it's because I've been like at such a high level of excitement all weekend that now it's like Sunday, and now it's like okay, I've work tomorrow morning, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm starting to crash.
Yeah, the come down has been astronomical,
Mm, tremendous.
astronomically bad.
Yeah, but we had a good weekend, and it's fine. It's been worth it.
I'm just happy that we're not going to have September holidays this year.
No, I don't have to go for a trip. I mean, I might be going for a trip to Sydney, but like, I don't have to go on like a holiday where I just skip football.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not going to Brisbane because my bank account is about as good as a chance as the Adelaide Crows making finals.
I'll probably get a drive to Sydney. I don't think I can do. I don't think I can afford a flight.
Road trip. Oh, maybe we just start a glass table fund.
Yeah, anyone want to send money? Let's put our BSBs in a tweet.
Yeah. This week's question of the week is simply just going to be us
How
asking
much
for
money are
money.
you willing to donate to us?
Some donate, some donate to, charities. Some donate to other things. How about donating to us?
Please, thank you.
We work hard. We provide
You
good
do.
content. And look at us.
All I want to do is just go to Sydney and watch us fight final.
What are you going to do if you go up to Sydney and you lose, but you're driving?
Good question. Geez, that'll be a depressing road trip home, won't it?
There's been a few in my time.
Yeah. Good
That one might be
times.
the top of the tree.
Yeah, that one might hurt. Or we just don't lose. How about that, St Kilda? Let's just not lose. So
That was going to be my follow-up question.
yeah. Just don't do that.
All right. Um, we've had yeah, as we said, a big weekend. I don't really have a topic to bring into this week because I've been lazy.
No, this is our. You know how there's like the pre-finals bye for footy? We're having our pre-finals bye.
Yeah, in
We're
round
just-
23.
we're having a break. We're having our brains can just let it do what we need to do, and then we'll be back for we'll be doing finals content at the Wazoo.
I'm going to be honest with everyone here. This week's episode's a chore, and that's it.
We are tired. We're trying to keep this under an hour.
If this goes over an hour, I'm no longer producing this show.
I'm keeping my eyes on the time in the top right corner. I'm just gonna watch it. Just
Do
kidding.
you want to do just an hour of an episode where we just watch the clock?
Watch the time and then it hits an hour. We go, all right, see you later, everybody.
This Zoom recording is currently gone for 25 minutes and 45 seconds.
I think we started at 20.
Did we?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
No. Roughly, though.
I don't know why
We'll
my
figure
face
it
is
out.
still this close to the camera. All right, let's go straight into the Coaches Award because we're on a time constraint today and I just want to do the Coaches Award and I played the intro.
Are we gonna fucking have a go or not? Fuck!
Cool. That was
Who's
a good
your
intro.
Coaches
Thank you
Award?
for that.
Thank you.
Gonna get the coaches award. Yeah, like we said, nice and brief this week. I actually don't know if I've picked him already. I feel like I might have. So this is interesting.
Oh, do I have to make
Um,
another list?
no, I can do this one
Do
because
you not write it
it's
down?
coaches award. No, I've got a bunch of random notes scattered on little cue cards that I just there are somewhere. My coaches award this week is Jake Melksham. Um, Jake Melksham is one of those guys. I might have picked him the week that I think I picked Rivers that week. Anyway,
Mhm.
Jake Melksham is one of those guys that he was kind of in the side, kind of out of the side, a bit of a sub action. But then Bailey Fritsch got injured, so he came in and he's been playing that medium forward role that Bailey Fritsch was. And he kicked like 3 goals for today or something like that, like something stupid. But ever since when he had that massive game where he won the game for Melbourne against Brisbane, he has been great and a really good forward for them. And he's having like a career rejuvenation. Like he's
Renaissance.
yeah, that's the one. Like he's just like he was Essendon, whatever, and then he went to Melbourne and he was kind of declining, and now he's doing really well again. So Jake Marshall.
Well, he was really good in their premiership year, but
Hmm.
then sort of died off in 22 and then had injuries and setbacks to start this year. And then when Fritz got injured, he had his
Dominant.
opportunity and he's taken it.
Yep,
That's a
he's
great
doing very
shout.
well. He's perfect because Melbourne's key forward stocks are
No,
frankly none, zero. So that he has to kind of pick up the load, and he's been doing it really well. So good on him, Jake Marshall.
he might be the oldest coaches award we've
Yeah,
had.
I think he would be. I think I've picked a lot of young guys that are like, rookies and trying to make their way in. He's probably the oldest. Him
I rate
or
that.
Jimmy Webster. Jimmy Webster might be the oldest, actually.
Forgot about Jimmy.
Hmm.
Your
I
man.
love Jimmy. My man.
My man, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. So now we should just go straight into round 23.
Round 23. Lovely stuff.
We're going to go back to Friday night. We're going to go back to Marvel and we're going to go to the fact that the Lions have beaten the Bars by 24 points.
Yes, the Lions like Marvel Stadium quite a lot. They're playing
Also
very good
like the
football.
Pies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting game. The Lions kind of just they just kind of held them. Like Collingwood had a little mini come back in the third quarter to be like, yeah, we're still here, and then the Lions just put the foot on the gas again and decided to take the piss.
I think with Collingwood, they've become almost too reliant on a momentum swing to get them back in the game. That
Yeah,
actually, I don't think for a few weeks now they've actually stamped a game on their own authority. They've almost had just little momentum swings. I'll take it back all the way to probably the game against Port, where it was that
yeah.
flurry in the last quarter where they relied on their last quarters to get the job done. But ever since, I don't think they've had a moment where they've generally been able to conjure a full fourth quarter performance.
No, like the only game I can think of where they like properly held on the entire game, and showed their dominance the entire game was that one right before Port where it was Freo, where they kicked 10
Yeah.
goals in the second quarter and like they were like they had a 4 quarter performance. That's the last time they were really like good over a full game. And yeah, like you said, if they rely on momentum swings too much, good teams like Brisbane are gonna be able to stop them here and there. Like I know it worked a lot last year, but it's not always like that.
No, and the fact that they've let the Lions. Well, that's the other thing too is Collingwood hate Marvel.
Or yeah, can't do it.
Like they hate Marvel, and I don't know why. I don't know why teams that play at the G hate Marvel.
Tigers the same. Yeah. But
I don't understand it. But
it's
the
it's a weird
Lions
thing. Mm.
are probably, with their form, premiership favourites.
I was about to say it's probably them or Carlton that are premiership favourites right now. And
I
Brisbane, I'd say
hate that.
I know. I'd say that Brisbane have the upper hand purely because they're going to have that double chance. And the fact that it's been everywhere at the moment, but they don't really have to leave Brisbane for a while at least. Like
Mm.
they have at least 3 games in a row at Brisbane. So
Yeah, so if they would beat the Saints next week, then they'll
yeah,
have a home qualifying. They'll probably play Port,
yeah,
and as much as I'd like to be optimistic, you'd say Brisbane win
it's
at
a
a
tough trip.
home. Tough, you
Tough
reckon?
trip.
Tough. Trips to the Gabba are like going to your grandmother's house on a hangover Sunday.
No
You
one wants to
really
be
just
there,
can't do it,
but you
and you
just got to
can't
get there.
stomach it. So
Not
I
at all.
just, yeah, they've got the upper hand, and I think if they keep the momentum they've got, like they're a tough side. They
Oh yeah,
work the contest really well. They've got the big three down forward with Cameron, Hipwood, and Danaher, and just even like other players that step in. You got Bailey, Rayner. They all conjure their ones and twos, and next thing you know, Brisbane will kick 15 goals in a game. Like that's
they've
the
kicked.
winning
Yeah,
score.
they kicked like 19 this week. Like that's a very good total, and like their backline might not be flash, but it's definitely serviceable, and it's better than a lot of the other backlines in the eight. So like they're good. Like they're a very good side, and like Lockie Neal is having again. We've spoken about him. He's had an underrated season. Like he's yeah, they're very good, Brisbane, and
Con-
scary. And now they probably don't have to leave the Gabba until the grand final.
Connor McKenna been an underrated pickup for me.
Conor McKenna and Darcy Wilmot in their half backs,
Mm.
superb. Having unreal years. Like can't even explain
Just
how good they.
just the way like we knew Connor McKenna had the talent. I think Darcy Wilmot, the way he's developed himself.
Mm.
But Connor McKenna's season has just been non-existent in terms of conversation. Has never been a
Yeah,
topic, but he's just consistently just put out decent, solid, consistent performances for himself, and it's just underrated. Like that's teams that win premierships are well-rounded teams, and it's players like him that complement that.
yeah, 100%. Like that's the thing. You're not going to win. It's a team of champions or a champion team. Brisbane at the moment are more a champion team because they've got players like McKenna, Wilmot, you know, Coleman. Like they've got these players that just do their roles. Like Cam Rayner, they're just they're good. Everyone's just serviceable and does what they need to do.
That might be the best piece of conversation we've ever had on this show.
Unreal shit. Well done.
I say that because I had nothing else to add.
No, yeah, same. Let's move.
Connor McKenna had 26 and had out of the 26, 20 of those were kicks and 559 meters gained.
Long, long kicks.
Wrong.
Long. Mm.
I have. Oh, just quickly, Scott Pendlebury. The man is. I don't think we'll ever retire.
He does not age. He's,
No.
he's the best. He's so
He might
good.
be the epitome of stupid sexy.
Yeah, because not even just the way he looks, the way he plays. Just silky. Just everything he does is just like you're just like, how are you even real? Like he just
Just stops, and it's almost like he parts the seas as he disposes of the ball.
like I've said it so many times. This year, I think in the first game he got tackled by someone in Geelong and he got injured. He got tackled for the first time I've ever seen him get tackled, and he went and sat on the bench for 10 minutes, and I was like, did you just not know what that was? Like he's never been tackled before, so he was just like, what is this? Yeah, he's a superstar. I love Scott Pendlebury.
12 clearances.
Freak.
Unreal.
Yep.
But anyway, Pies are still probably top at the moment. Like top spot is questionable because they are
Yeah.
a game ahead. But Brisbane storming home, beat the Saints next week. The Pies have Essendon. But still,
Uh,
final rounds of footy are just interesting.
yeah.
You never know.
100%.
Saturday Arvo, the MCG, the farewell of Jack Rewell and Trent Cotchin. The Tigers got the job done by 29 points. And I didn't watch it, but it seems like a game of football no one will ever watch again.
I was there and I still didn't really watch it. So it was just nothing. Like this was a really nothing game of football, especially because like it was the goodbye of both Rewalt and Cochin. Cochin didn't do much and Jack Rewalt did even less. So it was just kind of like, okay, like what do we get? The only thing, like, it was obviously Zeebel's last game as well, and he took a fucking screamer in the first like 10 minutes of the game. It was awesome to watch. But other than that, like nothing game. Shy and Dusty just dominated, and that was it. And then yeah, just ran away with it, and I got nothing, nothing, absolutely
Nick Larkey did a Nick Larkey game and kicked 6 goals against an opposition that no one cares about.
Yeah, but fucking hell, he's good, Nick Larkey.
Yeah, I
What is
know.
happening?
He just kicks
Like,
goals for fun.
he kicks bags of six like it's nobody's business. Like, he has kicked 62 goals and North Melbourne are bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Actually, that's a good discussion point. One moment. I'm gonna get the leading goal kickers for North up. And I
Yep.
want to see exactly
Where all
who
the
else
goals are
is.
coming from.
Yeah, I just want to know how do I filter this thing? The AFL website sucks. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. North Melbourne. So Nick Larkey's kicked 62 goals.
Mhm.
The next best is Jaden Stevenson at 26.
That's fucking saying something if Jaden Stevenson's your second highest goal scorer.
Cam Zerha's third at 20. Paul Curtis is 15. He's fourth. Four of those came against West Coast the other week.
Yep. In a
Taron
quarter
Thomas.
against West Coast the other week, mind you.
That's correct. And then fifth spot is Taron Thomas with 11. And I
Tarrant
reckon
Thomas
he's
played
played half a
half the
year.
season. Yes.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Shambles. Anyway, rough.
Paul Curtis. Taron Thomas is 135th in the Coleman.
It's just don't even know.
Hey, to
Oh,
be fair, right? Their whole top 10 is in within the top 200 of the Coleman.
oh, great.
Yeah. Tom Powell's kicked 7. He's 195th.
Good on him. Great work, Tom Powell. I'm not even entirely sure what you look like, but good on you.
You know that those people that we have, we don't really know what they look like. You don't really know what they sound like, but I just
Yeah.
like them.
Yeah.
Tom Powell is not one of those people.
Because I don't even care. Like, Noel Langford, I know what he looks like, I don't know what he sounds like. Hell, I just neither. It's fine. Whatever. All good.
Is there another Powell running around somewhere?
Will Powell at the Suns. He just did his knee again.
See, I know him,
Yeah.
but not Tom. Anyway, speaking of the Suns,
Yes.
lost by 4 points against the Blues, who just now know how to win.
The Suns have an unbelievable ability to dominate quarter of football
Yeah.
and then manage to find any way to fuck it up.
Yep.
Oh,
They are, I don't know how to put it.
they are. I can. They are the worst. They are the biggest rabble of an organization. Like, it is ridiculous how often they can put themselves in good spots and then manage to fuck their own way out of it. Like, it's just that it's them. And like, oh man, I don't even. This game was like annoying to just witness. Um, but Charlie Curnow is just a freak of nature. Like, that's all I've really got from this game. He is a dead set freak of nature.
Yep. And they were speaking about Harry Mackay making a difference. He kicked 1 goal.
Oh,
And it was a
what
Joe the
was that?
Goose, too.
If Carlton had lost this game, Harry Mackay would not be as lucky as he is, right?
Technically, no, I take that back. He is the difference. The Suns lost by 4 points,
And he kicked the goal.
and he kicked a goal. There's your fucking
Yeah,
difference.
literally. If Carlton had lost that game, the conversation around Harry Mackay would be very different right now. People would be like, "Fuck, maybe they were right. Maybe we
What
don't
do
need him."
you,
That's it.
if you're Carlton at the end of the year, give or take, whatever you do in finals, whether you get knocked out in the first round or go to a prelim or whatever, what are you doing with Harry Mackay?
I think you keep him. So I think it's just this year he has struggled. If you put a preseason into him where you just fucking get his confidence back up and like, he's obviously talented. Um, you can't get rid of him, but you need to spend a full preseason working on his confidence. That's the main thing. Not like, not even like, because his skills are fine. Like around the ground, he's fine. It's his confidence in front of goal and in the 50 that needs work. So you spend an entire preseason with him to fix it, and then he'll be fine.
You almost do it to the point where when you're training, you ban him from the snapshot on a set shot
Yeah, or you just like
as a
you do
punishment.
full days of set shots. Like you do full days of just doing whatever you can to get your set shots right, you know?
Do the old footy training drill where they set 5 cones up around the world type thing. You have five
Yep,
shots at each one.
yep. Just get them
If
all
you
five in a
don't,
row. Let's get them
yeah.
all in a row, otherwise you don't go home. Yeah.
You might be spending some long days there, Harry.
Good luck, Harry.
All the
Uh,
best.
this next
I've
game is
got nothing else
funny.
from that.
This next game is so funny.
GWS, 25 goals, 12, 162 defeated the Essendon Bombers, 5-6, 36.
Few stats from this game. Um, GWS kicked their highest ever score. One. GWS had their biggest ever winning margin. It's two. Um, Jesse Hogan himself would have thumped Essendon. Um, Jesse Hogan is the first player to kick 9 or more goals against a team that isn't West Coast.
Nice.
Yeah, really good.
Like that one.
And Jesse Hogan also broke the Giants' goal scorer record and his own, obviously, but he broke the one in the one game, beating Jeremy Cameron's 8. This was
Before we get into
disgusting.
the actual game, Jesse Hogan, I just want to have a few words. There's been many a doubters for you, many a haters, Jared included, not me. All I want to say is thank you. Thank you for allowing me to believe in you and getting some reward. That was beautiful. I didn't see any goals you kicked, but I just saw the stats. And I just want you to know you might be the greatest key forward I've ever seen.
You've got to
I
be.
think you're better than the Charlie Kernos, the Nick Larkies, anyone that's, Taylor Walker, who? Like Jesse Hogan.
Jesse Hogan.
Remember the name. Jesse Bartholomew Hogan. I don't know. Whatever his name. The Hoaxer.
Awful, man. This game was disgusting to watch. It was like
What happened?
every time you think it couldn't get worse, it got worse. Like, remember at halftime, I was like, all right, like the Bombers will settle this. Like, it'll just be around this 80-point margin for the rest of the game, probably. Nah, Giants took the piss. Giants took the actual piss out of them.
Yeah. I don't understand how this happens. This is like, remember the time? Oh, I don't think I told you this. This was Port North 2019. Port win and they make the eight. They ended up losing by, I think it was 100 points or thereabouts, and Ben Brown kicks 10. Season over. This
Yeah.
is that, but a whole lot fucking worse.
That is like, just watching this was like a spectacle because it was like, how can you possibly keep playing so bad that this is what is happening to you? Like, 126 points is really bad.
That's There has been some bad losses this year, and you add up all the West Coast. This may be the worst of them all.
I think if that West Coast Sydney one didn't exist, that's the only one of West Coast losses that I think could be worse than this. Every other, like West Coast have lost by 100 a few times, but they're a bad team and like they're known to be a bad team. Essendon fighting for a final spot and technically speaking can still make finals. They won't. So they have to win by 500 points. But like technically speaking, they can. This is the worst. Like disgusting. Actually disgusting.
I really love that mathematical chance, Hope.
It was us. It's
It's
us
good.
every year.
Yeah,
St Kilda every single year.
I've experienced that. The ladder predictor comes out. How can I possibly make this happen?
Yep.
I've just come up with a great idea, and I think my brain's finally working for the first time today.
Here we go.
I think we should go through some of the losses this year. Not in this episode. We can do it in another one.
Yeah.
And rank our top 5 losses.
Okay, bring the defeats that you just loved. You loved watching. You loved being a part of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like. That's good.
All right, I'll put that in for next week.
Yeah, that's cool.
'Cause we don't have a game to play today. We'll play that next week.
That could be our game next week. Cool. I like it.
Yeah. There we go. Bit of
There we
fun
go.
for you on the glass table.
Oh
I have
boy.
nothing else other than the fact that I feel sorry for Essendon fans.
Fuck, they've dealt with a lot of shit over time, haven't they?
Once again, I actually no, I think I know why they're that bad. I think Dan Houston broke them.
Broke their spirit completely. Yeah. But they were good then. Now they're not. Oh, poor Essendon fans.
Anyway, Sucks to suck, eh? I tell you what doesn't suck. St. Kilda. This is your moment. Take it away.
Oh man, I um I was very upset that I wasn't able to be at this game. But I got to see very nice videos of my mum and my nieces celebrating the final siren. First off, we had 40,000 people there at a
Really?
home game, which has not happened in a long time, which is great. Awesome to see.
Mm.
Um, Secondly, this is probably our best. That's my mic over. This is probably our
That's how
best,
excited you are.
yeah, our best four-quarter performance in a while, maybe for the year. This is probably our best win. The fact that we stormed out of the blocks, like caught them off guard straight away, and then once we sort of caught them off guard, we then knew to slow the game down a little bit, not slow it down, but like you know, take our time with what we were doing. We wanted to keep our game plan as it was, and we didn't falter from that kind of thing. We never let them get close. We just kept them away, did the fucking stiff arm, and just said like, "This is going to be fine." And then, yeah, man, when Ryan Marshall kicked that goal in the last quarter, I was like, "Holy fuck!" Jeez. It's like, I think we're going to play finals, and I was, yeah, it was crazy, very good.
I love, from a St Kilda's perspective, that the Carlton game could have broken the club
Yeah,
and effectively, ruined your season. And now you're playing finals after winning two games of football against two sides that generally you're pretty good at, to Richmond and Geelong, both at Marvel. And I also love the fact that, we were reminiscing about Michael Gardner, kicking the winner all those years ago. And now another week happens where St Kilda play Geelong and a ruckman dominates Geelong.
and kicks one of the sealers or whatever. Like, man, so good. I was so full of confidence coming to this game as well. I'm just going to call out some people. Every SEN tipper tipped against us. Every single person on Twitter that is like, Saints aren't playing finals. Like every single one that was like just abusing us, being like, the Cats will thump yous. Like, what are you even like doing? I was so confident going into this game. I was like, we do this to Geelong. I know that we do this to Geelong, and we did. And now we're playing finals.
Yeah. Is it is it sunk in?
Well, when it actually became official today, which is a result that we'll get to, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
like, it's what's really good is that we had the opportunity to be in the eight the entire year and then fall out and not make it. But we said, fuck that noise. If we're gonna be in the eight all year, we're gonna fucking be in the eight. Like we just held on and Ross Lyon has sort of turned the team around again and been like, this is what's happening now. We're gonna be a finals team.
Yeah. Nah, it's really interesting to see that St Kilda are going to be playing final. What is it? First time since 2020.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice. It's very nice to be a part of. I just
Yeah.
seeing it today, like seeing AFL post today being like finals bound, I was like, fucking yeah.
I bet you save that picture, you put it up on your wall, and just yeah.
Oh man, I reckon I've watched the video of Dan Butler kicking that goal with like a minute and a half left, or like however long it was, 2.5 minutes, and the crowd like he does this really wide crowd shot, and Dan runs to the crowd and like fist pumps, and the whole crowd fucking erupts. And I reckon I've watched it like 6 times. I'm just this is awesome,
Yeah. I
so
rate that.
good.
That's good. I'm glad that St Kilda are playing finals. It means I won't have to deal with a sad you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I would have been real depressed if we were in there all year and then, then lost it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you were that stapled fifth, you didn't know how to lose from fifth. Eventually, it
No.
happened. You found some form.
Mhm.
You still every chance to get a home final. And I know Brisbane were pretty damn good on the weekend, but there's nothing that suggests that you can't go up there and cause a bit of havoc.
Even if we don't win, like I think we've got a game plan to the point where we can stop them from scoring as high as they do. Like we've got the back line to do it. Zane Cordy had another unbelievable game. Dougal Howard's never getting back in this side. Like we have the ability to lock those guys down. Jimmy Webster's already locked down Charlie Cameron before. And we have Cal Wilkie and Zane Cordy to take Danaher and Hipwood. We have every chance to stop them from scoring 19 goals. Like if we don't win, we'll still put in a pretty strong performance, I think. And sort of show people that, oh shit, we aren't just going to be a pushover in the first week of finals. Like, we're actually going to be a solid team to play against.
Fucking hope you do.
Like I hope we do too.
Just quickly before we move on to the next one, which I do want to talk about because it's very, very funny. Also, Geelong are also now to the list of premiers not making finals year after, or grand finalists
It's
as well.
yeah, it's that premiership hangover thing. Sydney have managed to avoid it, which is weird because Sydney have been worse than Geelong all year.
That's the thing. Like we were saying, I reckon about 6 or 7 weeks ago, if there's one team of the two that's going to make it, it's Geelong.
Not even 6 or 7, like 3 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, Cats will be in there and Sydney won't. But now it's like, oh fuck, whoops, odd.
I think I've been running with what's the saying? People not playing finals. Sucks to suck.
Yeah, losers eat shit. Uh, yeah,
I think there's a
ten
song that
frauds.
Port fans made for Crows fans, and that can apply for anyone that's not playing in September. Is they're going on a September holiday? September holiday. Speaking of the Crows and the Swans, tell me, Jared, and for people that are probably watching, this can't really apply for people listening, but just picture 10 centimeters on your phone or your laptop and tell me what you could fit in that 10 centimeters because that was the different. Oh, you've got a ruler.
Got a ruler. Yeah.
That's what you could fit between the ball and the post, as Ben Keys slots it. Now, from that angle, the 10 centimeters you have, I could probably put a wallet,
Fit my phone through it as I'm looking at it.
put your phone through it, a watch, um, the
Probably my
Adelaide Crows
hand.
finals hopes.
My hand. My hand could get through it.
You have a wide hand.
Yeah.
Also, just do that one more time. Just, yeah. Now start doing this. Yeah, that's waving the buyers. Goodbye, the Crows finals hopes.
Oh man, okay. What's really funny to me, AFL came out today and apologized for it. You know what's like it's like rubbing salt in the wound, no? Because the
Mm.
AFL just came out and went, yeah, we're sorry, but we're not gonna do anything about it. Like,
Yeah, but what can you do though? You
I
can't
know,
do
that's the
anything.
thing. That's the thing, but like it's just I think the AFL think they're being like on their high horse, being like, yeah, we'll apologize and we'll own up to our mistakes. Now Adelaide fans is gonna be more pissed because it's like you so everyone knows it's wrong and yet we still can't play finals.
They made a petition to
Yeah.
reinstate the goal. Currently has about 800 signatures.
Pick it up. Pick it up, Adelaide fans. Jesus Christ.
I
Yeah,
don't know where that's going to go, but
nowhere. Like,
good for you.
I mean, the goal umpire's not going to get picked anymore, so that's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fuels that little rage thing you have with goal umpires, though. But in saying that, they didn't review it, and he stuck with his decision.
Yeah, so now I have more of an issue with how bad the review system is. So if the review system was better, it fits my narrative of get rid of the goal umpires because once the review system actually is good, you don't need goal umpires anymore because you can see everything. But for now, when the review system isn't very good, you need to fix that shit. And I respect that the goal umpire had a decision and made it and didn't want to review it. So I respect that, even though it was wrong.
Hmm.
I respect it. But now it's more of a fix the review system because it happened with the Carlton Melbourne one last week, whether it got touched or not. And now it's happened this one where it definitely didn't hit the post. Review system needs work and this season, like for
Just
next
get rid of
season.
it. Just get rid
Yeah.
of it.
Get rid of it until it works, I think. Get rid of it until it's an actual like working like VAR system like soccer where they have it right pretty much every time.
But even
Or it doesn't
then,
work.
you don't want to be standing around for 2, 3 minutes waiting for a decision on a goal or a point. Like
Yeah.
just AFL, the sport in general, doesn't have any clear cut decisions. It's never has and never will. You can never get a defined answer on it. So I still don't understand why we pursue perfection in this.
I think it's go one or the other. It's you have a VAR or you have a goal umpire or you don't have both.
Well, yeah, well that's the thing. Like you do one or the other. You spend the 90 seconds between getting the ball back to the middle and review it then. But the fact is, this has cost a team a finals chance, especially with the results how they've panned out. And I might be taking the piss out of Crows fans, but generally, that's fucking shit.
if it happened to yeah, it's funny, but if it happened to me, I would be like fucking in agony. Like, yeah,
I don't think the one decision costs you the final spot
no,
because of the body of work. The body of work is always going to outweigh the one decision that will effectively top the end result. But
and there was still a minute and a half left or whatever it is. Like,
correct.
yeah,
So you don't know the end result. At the end of the day, they had the work back from 6 or 7 goals down, which they did. They did quite well, but you should never been in that position anyway.
yeah, don't put yourself in the position to do that. That's the thing where it's like it doesn't bother me that like cost them a final spot because again, you don't know after, and if you really want to play finals, you would have played better before, and blah blah blah. It's the fact that it is wrong, and the AFL knows that, and yet still is like, we'll just run the review system. Like, no, just
Oh,
fix it.
and the fact that the whole of Sunday was basically everything was reviewed.
And badly again. Like, it's been a bad weekend for umpires.
It has. Yes,
Oh boy.
between boundary umpires, goal umpires, field umpires, man, I swear to God. You want to read what fucking holding the ball is? Even in Div 6, man, they don't know what it is. They've got Jerry from the streets just walking his dog. They put it on, put some fluoro on him and said, here's a whistle, go blow it, champion. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh boy.
You put words in a book, read it. Anyway, the Swam beat the
On.
Crom.
Swan bit the crumb.
Honestly, if there's one side that's going to make the top 8 this year, now I don't want to take anything away from Sydney because I still think they're a good side, but I think they'll probably be the team to do the least amount of damage.
Yeah, yeah. Just based off this year, and like they've had some real poor performances throughout the whole year. Like
But
it
even
doesn't even seem like this year, but they got thumped by Geelong in like round one or like round two, whatever it was. Like that doesn't even seem like this year, but yeah, that happened.
even though you shouldn't be giving up a 7 goal lead that you've had halfway through the second quarter to
Yeah,
be within a controversial decision to change the game.
yeah, I know. Just bad.
Um, but on that, you qualify to make it. You never know what happens.
Never know. Finals is finals. Different breed.
I had an argument with my sister before recording about how Port Adelaide are playing probably Brisbane in round 1 of finals, and she said we've got no hope. And I said finals, you never know, you never know. But she goes, you support Port, you should know. And I said, yeah, you're probably right, but I still believe.
But shut up.
Yeah, shut up really isn't an argument. It's more of a fuck you, you're right, but still.
Oh,
Speaking of right, we're the Eagles. The West Coast Eagles.
unbelievable.
And we're here to show you why. How the
I
hell did the Eagles beat the Dogs?
I'm like looking at this like that is ridiculous. And
Jamie
so like
Cripps kicked 5 goals.
the former Saint puts the Saints in the fucking finals, right? I'm looking at this. I had four like after last night, we needed four results to happen for us to play finals. We needed either the Dogs to lose to Geelong next week, we needed Giants to lose to the Blues, we needed uh Sydney to lose to Melbourne, or we needed the Dogs to lose to West Coast. And I had completely disregarded that last one. I was like, I just need one of the other three and we're in. Like it's fine. One of the other three are all good. Didn't even think about this game, didn't even look at it. Then the West Coast kicked like first 4 goals of the game, and I was like, oh.
Mhm.
But they do that though. They did to us, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like it's West Coast, like whatever. And then the Dogs came back, and I was like, right, there it is, whatever. And then West Coast won.
Yeah, it was wild.
Crazy.
I fell asleep at half time. Didn't see anything from any other game for the rest of the day. Woke up, and the first notification I see is the AFL, and it says the Eagles have stunned the Dogs at Marvel, and I'm like, what?
What?
What? What? Am I still awake?
What a
That's
time to be alive.
crazy. The funny thing is that the Eagles were regarded as an embarrassment and the worst club ever to be seen last week, and they come out to the Dogs at Marvel, beat them. What I've gathered is the West Coast Eagles should just basically have their home games at Marvel.
They actually play okay there. Like it's really
That's
weird.
their best place to play. They lost to the Dons by 1 point. I think who else did they play? Did they We're close to, I
They
think it was
beat North early in the year. Like they got close to North early in the year. Like
North. There was some other game that, and obviously we saw the Blues one where they were pretty competitive for a half.
yeah,
It's very funny.
my like final thoughts on this game. It's not even about this game. People have been talking about this West Coast team as like the worst team since Fitzroy kind of thing. Like people have been talking about how this is the worst side they've, and like sure they're bad. Like I get that they'll be worse next year, but we'll get into that. Like they're bad, right? And yet North is still worse.
They're gonna get the spoon.
North Melbourne are
Nah,
gonna get the spoon in a season when West Coast are like this.
this is the funny thing though, that I think there's a bit of conspiracy going on.
Well, 100%. North have tanked the living piss out of this season.
They've tanked, but also there is a little three-way deal going on at the moment. I reckon this week they've approached the Dogs and the Eagles and they said, right, well, if the Eagles beat the Dogs, then we'll give you this and this and this, and we get
Yeah,
Harley Reid.
yeah, pretty much.
Yep. I reckon that'll be the next Netflix documentary.
It'll be the next
Conspiracy.
drug scandal. It'll
The
be the
Harley
next
Reid,
bring
the
the
Harley
league
Reid
into
files.
Oh yeah,
Law and Order
so
Harley Reid.
fucking done.
Oh my God, I was just about to do that with the piano. Dun dun
Oh
dun
boy.
dun dun dun. Um, just quickly on the Dogs, how can you have so much talent packaged up in a little stadium with a roof? Fuck it.
Every time.
It's like they
Every single
play.
time.
I reckon the Dogs, right, when they grew up, they played in the backyard with a flat footy
Yep.
because they couldn't afford
100%.
a pump.
I just
That's how they
they're
play,
so
man. That's how they
disappointing. They're
play.
so disappointing. Like they have some of the best players in the league rolling around and they lose to West Coast.
So funny.
Just
If you're a
mate,
Dogs fan, who would you rather be, a Crows fan or a Dogs fan now?
Crows. I know
Yeah.
that's sad, but at least you know that they like you deserve to win. Whereas with the Dogs, you didn't deserve to win that. Like you just lost it to West Coast.
Do you want to say your little line about the Dogs one last time?
For old time's sake, everybody.
Yeah.
Let me get the
Oh,
mic.
oh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, for old time's sake. Can have the best midfield in the world. But when you've got genuinely sweet fuck all in that back line, Dogs bad. Dogs so bad. Dogs lose to West Coast bad.
Oh, yes.
I
Oh,
feel so
that's
vindicated by that. Like I feel so like it's been worth it. This whole season has led up to that, and it just makes me feel just good about myself.
it's really amazing how a story just unravels the way it does to this moment. The
I love it.
climax.
I love it. It's the best. Next game. I got nothing about the
Yeah,
next game.
I didn't realize this game was being played.
Well, I
Melbourne
was there, and
Hawthorn.
I was there, and I still didn't know that. So
Did you go to any game this weekend where you realized there was a game on?
nah, I was for the fairies. No, no, that's fine. It was fine. This game, it was whatever.
How many
Hawthorn
games
were
are you up to now?
fine. 45 maybe today, or 46 today. 45 today.
45 with one game to go, one round to go, and then finals.
Yeah, so I'll get to 50, which is nice. I've locked myself in to Carlton GWS.
Nice.
We get to see the Giants.
So you've ticked every box.
We've done
How good.
it. So good.
How good.
Ugh.
It'd be very funny if they win. The one
It would
time
be.
you see him this year.
They'd be like, "Why the fuck have you not been coming to the other games?" uh,
Um,
yeah,
this
no, not a problem.
game, I just looking at the stats and I just cannot see anything worthy to
No
talk
one,
about.
no one did anything. Yeah, this is one of those 15-second ones. I'm going to give you, a person that didn't really watch it, 15 seconds to sum up this game.
Go.
3, 2, 1, go. It's for you.
Oh, 27-point win to the D's.
Yeah, they
I
needed
woke
6.
up at 4:35. Found out they won. And now we're here recording to talk about it. And I've got nothing else to say.
Oh, cool. All right. Freo Port. I think this is your time to shine.
So we should go around the glass table.
What's the review?
Don't even watch that, man.
Okay.
Like, seriously. I wish I stayed asleep. Because and I told you this. I'll tell the story to everyone else. So I ate lunch. I ate my one thing today.
Yep.
Made a nice homemade little zinger sandwich thing. It's kind of good with some spring rolls. It's very nice, actually. Surprising hangover food, but
Yeah.
it did
Nice
the
though.
job. Then I sort of was getting a bit tired, and then half time came. I thought, all right, I'll have a little power nap. And that was about 1:45, I think it was, something like that. All right, I set my alarm for 3:30, and we'll get up and get ready to watch Port. I woke up at 4:35. Didn't hear my alarm because I set my alarm for Monday. Missed the first quarter. We were level at quarter time, I think it was, or a point down. I thought, oh, good. I haven't missed much. I watched the rest of the game, and I was just like, still haven't missed much.
Nothing
This
game.
was this was the most standard Port Adelaide versus Fremantle at 4:10 on a Sunday in Perth standard I've ever fucking seen.
This was such just a nothing game of
This
football.
was arse. Like if you wanted to picture arse as a football game, this is it. It's just fucking terrible. Sitting there, and it was a stiff arm thing. Like we had a good second quarter. We sort of got out a little bit of a lead in the third quarter early. We were doing Port Adelaide things. We just knew that we're like, all right, we're top three, top four, and we're
Just
playing a side that's just terrible.
yeah.
So we're gonna just do what we're gonna do and kick up a goals, make them think they've got hope. And then in the last quarter, of all people, Darcy Byrne-Jones kicks 2 goals and says, nah, we'll take the 4 points. But you can try, but we're gonna take this one home. And that's it. That's all that game was. Nothing else. It was a 3 votes Z Butters.
Yep.
Because no one else deserves votes in that game. And that's it.
Yeah. Great.
I never, ever want to see that game again. Not even in the
That's one.
highlights package.
That
I
one
don't
won't make
think
the
there
highlights
should be
package.
best and fairest votes for that. They just do not showcase that game ever. If someone is an overseas Port fan or just a footy fan in general, and they want to show games to their friends and get people attracted to the game of footy, do not show this game. I do not want to see it. Burn it. Fox Footy, delete it. KO Mini, not even going to help you. Get the fuck rid of it. It's terrible. It's shocking.
Yes.
So, but Fremantle should be banned from football. It's terrible. Why do
Strong
I have to
opinions on this Sunday 4:30.
ban the time slot?
Oh man.
Why didn't they chuck this bitch at 1:10 on a Saturday so I didn't even have to watch it because I was playing footy? Where's that? Where's my vindication?
Oh man. Bad game of football.
My heart rate's up now.
Excited.
I'm not. No. I wouldn't call it excitement. I'd call it. I don't. Maybe lasting effects from vodka Red Bulls.
That'll do it too.
All right, the ladder.
Oh,
Collingwood at top. Brisbane at Port a second.
fuck.
Melbourne a fourth. Carlton a fifth. St Kilda a sixth. Sydney a seventh. GWS eighth. I love that finally, besides the second and second. Yeah, I nearly said third.
Everyone's in the right spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done to the draws, by the way. Saves a
Yeah.
couple of
I
people
was going to
there.
say the draws are making it look really like it looks really like the satisfaction levels of having 54, 52, 50, 48 in a row. Really,
Yeah.
really good for my brain. Makes me feel really good about
That
myself.
is aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you. And then you throw in the dogs at the worst 9th and 10th place sides I've ever seen. The Dogs and Bombers. Oh, sorry. I do
Night,
apologize.
two
The
night
Dogs, and
spots.
they're the worst two ninth place teams I've ever fucking seen.
Yep. And then
Geelong
every
are
other
11th
team doesn't matter.
with Richmond. I wonder how everyone who ninth down feels right now.
Pretty depressed.
Just sucks to suck.
Eat shit.
That's
Lordy.
By the way, this is not a podcast we ever expect to be on radio or anything.
No,
No.
no,
And we're not saying that because we don't think it would be. We're just saying that because the way we behave is not.
not appropriate. It's the airwaves. That's
But
fine.
hey, sucks to suck.
Oh,
All
ready last
right,
table?
round the glass table. Yeah, let's do it. What
Let's
was the
do it.
question?
Our question this week was, what are your favorite things to do after you come home from a win or after your team wins? Mine was read the opposition tweets because it's really funny. It's my favorite thing to do.
Did you read the dogs one?
Now, yeah, so I didn't read the cats one because I was like, you know what, it's fine, whatever. Cats fans are boring. But I read the dogs one. The dogs one's
Mm.
really funny.
I thought because you obviously sent a tweet out of that this week. I thought
Yep.
before we go around the glass table that we maybe just read some out.
Oh man. Let me have a look.
Just I just want to really dive in and get a fan's view. One of my personal favorites is the first one.
Yep.
We must review the whole show. Luke Beveridge, assistance, everything. We've lost our passion to win. We knew AFL finals are at stake, yet that was our most pathetic and listless.
Yep.
Great use of that word. You know it's a good tweet as well when it says show more at the bottom.
I was gonna say this is the longest tweet ever.
Yeah. I Where was I? We knew finals at stake. Listless 10%. Yeah. When we lost to the then basket case of Melbourne, I was at that game. It edged in my memory. I don't know if I've lost my English or this tweet's lost English, but something's happening here.
Meant to say etched. Definitely meant to say etched, but it's fine. I believe.
Edged. Tell you what's edge, not the AFL's goal review system. What a wasted year 2023 has been. We have such talent on our list, yet we lost to the current basket. Who was then basket case then? Oh, Melbourne. Right, I didn't read that.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. Who are the easiest team to play? Not anymore. What's your name? Mark. Mark, I reckon you should come on the glass table. Did you have any that you liked?
I just want to read one. Because that one sums up most of them. I want to read one, and all it says is funny.
Reese Merlin.
Grace Merlin just says funny.
Funny.
And that's about all I needed, to be honest. Just read that and I was like, yeah, that'll do. It's fucking perfect. Just
uh,
funny. Oh dear.
I love when people show sympathy for the social media team.
Yeah.
Rip, rip your social media team this week. Oh,
Uh,
was it thank you? Was it thank you members round for the dogs?
yes. It was the members thank round. And then lost to West Coast. Oh my god.
Thank you for sticking with us in 2023. Have your most embarrassing loss in 10 years?
Remember when you guys won a grand final 7 years ago? We're a long way
Nah,
from that one.
fuck that. Have a loss to the potential Spooners.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's very funny.
Very funny. But
Anyway, let's
yeah,
get to
so do
ours.
yourselves a favor, everyone. And when you beat a team, go and read the opposition team's tweets because it's hilarious. Yeah.
I
The ones
genuinely
from
think
ours,
that's very funny.
yeah, it's like it's so cathartic because you're just like laughing the whole time. It's awesome.
I love it. This one
Uh,
did really well, Jared. I think we came up with a good one. We got a couple of good answers in here.
yes, so we got Brandon who said recently, he's a Carlton fan, cry the tears of joy that have been on 10-year backlog.
Now,
I feel you.
that is a true response, according to him.
Oh yeah.
and we're on the same wavelength, him and I. Not going to let him win. So, Brandon, I feel you. That one. M says I always order a big fat Macca's meal and then
Yep.
usually a few drinks and rewatch the match. I do that. Not the big fat Macca's meal or the drinks because usually they're being consumed, but rewatching the replay, especially as a kid, like you go with your dad or something and you just come
Yeah.
home and then you'd watch the replay. And after a good win, it's always nice. So like, if it was like a Friday or Saturday night, instead of going out and partying, you just come home and rewatch the 2 hours of you betting aside. And, and you'd sort of fall asleep watching it, just knowing the result. You're comfortable with yourself. It's probably the best sleep you'll have, knowing your team's won and you got to sit there and watch it.
Exactly. I'm not a big replay watcher, especially if I go to the game. I'm like, I feel like I get it. Like I'm like, that's okay. But some games, like this Geelong one, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should probably watch that one, or at least watch the mini because I'll be like, yeah, that was good. I like games when the crowd is really good because I like if I'm at the game and I know the crowd's good, I want to go home and hear it on TV because I like the sound of the crowd through the TV.
I do too.
Yeah, so like with
Yeah.
the Geelong game, the crowd was fucking loud, so I want to go back and watch it again because I want to know what the crowd's reactions were. So yeah, like that's the time I'll do it, but I don't usually go through a full replay because I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Like, yeah.
Nothing beats a crowd roar.
Oh, like yeah, like I was saying, when Dan Butler kicked that goal and the noise that fucking Marvel Stadium made, I was like, yeah, yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Do you see any others?
We've got Tori saying telling everyone who cut and Pete all night and maybe week long. I was on the receiving end of that for a whole week. That was fun. Really
So
enjoyed
was
that
I.
one. Yeah. And it was your
Did
team
you
too.
know? Did you know?
Rough.
Did you
Yeah.
know the Dogs lost to the Eagles?
Oh, I'm gonna hold that forever.
I'm gonna make a montage of us taking the piss out of Dogs fans.
Dog's bad.
That's gonna be the intro.
Oh yeah. That's all I got.
Renee watched the replay and listened to a song that pumps me up. Also, wear my team top the next day. I like that bit.
Mhm.
Wearing your team top, like your team
Yeah.
won. So I'm gonna flaunt it.
Yeah. I'm a big like wear something of the team like the week after. So like if I go to uni, like I'll wear like the Saints jacket or like a Saints hat or something like that. Because I'm like, yeah, like we know this.
Like, oh, all of last week when we bet the Giants, I just wore the beanie just every day.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I wore the hat to uni. Like it's just like, yeah, like this is just how it is.
Wore the hat, did you?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, that's all I got. That's enough for me, I think. Also, I am warning we are 2 minutes from I believe an hour.
Fuck. Sorry, I didn't realize that the Dogs losing to the Eagles was very funny.
And we didn't plan that ahead. We didn't plan ahead for the allowance of time to laugh at the dogs. I feel like that gives us like an extra gives us
I
an
think we
extra
plus
10.
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two things I'm taking away from this episode. There's the laughing at the dogs. This.
Yes.
This. This much.
Oh boy.
This could be taken out of context.
Yeah, I was gonna say just these.
This- Some people not anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I knew what you were trying to do then too, and I was
No.
like, I wouldn't. But yeah. Basically everybody. Anthony was going to do a very inappropriate segue into our next segment, which is called Stupid Sexy AFL Players. So I think instead we just play the music. We get on the attack. Stupid sexy AFL players.
Good, because I didn't really have a segue.
Okay, cool.
You have a stupid sexy AFL player this week?
All right. We have
Ah,
never, we have never been inundated with more requests for stupid sexy AFL players than this week. And we here at the glass
oh
table are
boy.
giving the fans what they want. So Dev Robertson, all right, you did it. Okay. Yeah. Is that what you wanted by throwing off your jumper in the middle of fucking Marvel Stadium? Is that what you wanted, Dev? Yes. You got your 20,000 Instagram followers. You get your mention on Stupid Sexy. All right. You got it. You win. You beat me. Good work.
I have never seen an audition that exuberant for this segment.
Everyone else, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He actively was like, I need to be on this before the end of the show. So I'm making my mission to
Quite
be on.
literally, And he threw it off like he was throwing the jumper at us.
Kind of nice though. So I'm not
Like,
mad about
I'm not like, no. Some would say it sort of motivated me to sign up for a gym.
it. All of a sudden I'm working out again.
A few extra pumps in there.
Just gotta look like Dev.
Yeah. And like you start practicing ripping your jumper off like him.
Throwing your towel across the thing.
Just fucking. I feel you, Dev.
Oh yeah. Who's yours?
Sorry. Just got lost in the. And he's standing the mark too. Anyway, mine not as exuberant, but
That's
has been. This is a body of work, and
yeah.
I was waiting for the moment, the pinnacle of it, and for me, it was the picture of Saints win on the full-time post for the St Kilda social media team, and on that was Mr. Rowan Marshall.
He is like the epitome of just like a handsome looking man. Like he just
Big, tall man
yeah, big
with
time.
big, tall attributes and a big, tall case for stupid sexiness.
And his smile, like he's got a great smile, Ron Marshall. And he's happy all the time, which means you see his smile all the time. It's great.
Remember a few weeks back I said the key to being sexy is happiness.
Ron Marshall is that.
Hmm.
He's just so
If you look
happy all the time.
if you look up in the dictionary happiness, there is just a picture of Rowan
Ron
Marshall.
Marshall.
And
Such a happy
probably
man.
and a synonym would probably be a Lear
He's always happy too.
because he's always smiling too. So Rowan Marshall, Dev Robinson, probably arguably could be the couple that could be the best stupid sexy round we've had so far.
I was about to say this could be our best duo. For
Mm.
for Dev's pure just ability to be on this show because he had to be. Like he forced his way on, and for Owen Marshall just being a happy man all the time. They epitomise this, and that could be our best duo. That could be the best lock we've had
Just
all
back on
year.
Dev. Do you know how we go searching for
Yeah.
people, but we always search here, just in
We
and
don't
around. We I reckon we search in the wrong places.
well to be fair, I've had a thing for arms for times over this year. But
Yeah,
the thing is you don't see the players without their jumpers on very often. And then the second you do and you're like, hello, Dev.
don't really go looking for that. It's kind of weird.
No, my search history wouldn't like me, but
You got to do what you got to do.
do what you gotta do for the show, you know?
I'm committed. This is my cause.
A purpose.
Once I looked up a player's name and I put sexy, but with an A in it, just so it would
Just try it.
just not be,
Not be as bad.
not be as sexy.
Sexy.
Stupid sexy ever players. All right, let's go into tips.
Tips. Last
Round
round.
24.
Last home and
Yeah.
away series.
And you know what I'm going to do? I know I've almost pretty much conceded, but it's my show, so fuck you. Quadruple points, baby. Whoever wins.
Winner takes all for the last round.
Nah, not really. I can't be fucked, to be honest.
I win. Yay.
That's a lot of countback. Congratulations, Jared Thomas. You are the 2023 Glass Table Tipper of the Year.
Yay.
Would you like?
That becomes a lot less when you realize there's just two of us.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, well.
but also, congrats.
Thanks.
Do
It
you have any words you want to say, or
was fun. It's been real. It's been good. It's been real good.
oh,
That's about it.
fair enough.
Let's do the
Good.
tips.
Let's do the tips. We start off Friday night football. Don's Pies.
It'd be so Essendon for them to win this game.
I hope they do.
It'd just be funny. Like
It's just funny because if they win and they miss out on finals by percentage, even funnier.
because they lost by 126 points.
The week before to the Giants, and it still wasn't the most embarrassing loss on the weekend. You know why, Jared? You know why? Because the Dogs lost to the Eagles at Marble.
Oh, never gonna get old. Never gonna get old.
I'm tweeting after this.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm tipping Collingwood. But I wouldn't be surprised if Essendon win.
Yeah, to the Pies as well. Hawks Freo. Oh my god.
Stinker. No, actually, this isn't that bad because Hawthorn's good. I reckon Hawthorn's gonna win this by a bit.
Is this in Tassie?
Nah, the G.
Why?
Don't know. Good question.
No one's attending this game.
No, but the Hawks are gonna win.
Yep, tipping the Hawks.
Yep.
What is Saturday Arvo?
This is awful.
What is Saturday? No wonder the AFL scheduled it like this.
Oh
North
yeah.
Suns.
Right. Two just
It's
disappointments,
in Tassie.
but are North tanking still.
What's West Coast percentage?
Not
I
very
just
good.
want to.
2.5. So if North win, they will 100% go over them.
What's more pride? The
Nah,
Spoons
see,
or winning?
I reckon North want Harley Reid. So I'm going to tip the Suns because I don't think North's going to be able to do
I'm going to tip North.
that. That's fair.
I understand the Harley Reid shenanigans, but
Shenanigans. Yeah,
it's in Tassie.
yeah, that's fair. I get
That's
that.
all I've got for that one. But nor do I care. I won't see either game, nor do I want to.
Nah.
Lions, St. Kilda.
Ah. I've been very confident the past few weeks of the Saints, but this is one of those trips that you just can't. It's very hard to tip against the Lions. So I'm going to tip the Lions here. I wish I was confident.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get smashed by any means. But I don't think we're going to win.
Have I told you that I hope you do?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Cats, dogs. Oh, it's the sequel.
That's a
The
Nuggets Revenge
return
getting
of
again.
yeah.
I'm posting it in out of context again.
She's back.
Yeah.
For a third one.
There is. I don't know what the name of it is there.
I'll tell you. Who you tipping while I look this up?
I'm going to tip the Cats at GMHBA. Isaac Smith's final game. Yeah.
Hi, pause Unite.
Yep. There it is.
So I'm going to tip the dogs on that basis.
All right. Yeah, that's actually a good shout. I like that.
You're tipping the Cats?
I'm tipping the Cats.
I'm tip the dogs. Purely the base on pause Unite.
Yep.
Eagles, Crows. Now, this is three things in my mind. One, the Fox Footy time slot on Saturday night.
Yep.
Two, it's in Perth, which the Eagles hate, apparently.
Apparently.
And three, it is Shannon Hearn and Shuey's last game against a Crows outfit that can't make finals. And it spells trouble in paradise.
Do I double bluff then? Are they double bluffing us with that? In that everything is lining up for a West Coast win, but really, Adelaide's just going to kill them by like 90. I'm going to go Adelaide.
Tex is 8 behind in the Coleman.
He could kick him.
Oh, he probably will. But it means the Sunday night when we get to it, Charlie Kerner versus
Sam Taylor.
Sam Taylor.
Good luck.
I'm tipping the Crows too. I'm not that
Yep.
mean,
That's fair.
but also I was this close to tipping the Eagles. Oh no. Port Adelaide play the Tigers at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's early. Early
Yeah.
days.
12 p.m. for those that actually get the joke. But it's that fucking early. I might as well go at 3:30 in the morning. Because I'll be
Straight from
awake.
the night before. Straight from the night before. I'm tipping Port. Richmond have nobody anymore. Richmond's players decided last week was their last game. So,
We might win by 100 points.
yep, absolutely.
Swans, D's.
This could be the game of the round.
Yeah. Compared to everyone else, absolutely.
I'm tipping the Swans.
Wants to win home final.
Yeah,
I'm tipping the D's.
that's fair.
The D's, look, if you look at it, they still have a chance at top two. It's minimal, but it's there. So you never know. And the last league, we questioned this when Blues GWS was announced at 7 p.m. on a Sunday night. But I think the theatrical of it now is really good.
Yeah, well, it could have been better if Carlton like hadn't sort of stormed away towards the end. But now the theatrics of this game now depend on the night before with the Dogs and Cats. So if the Dogs beat the Cats the night before, then this game means something because the Giants have to win to play finals. If the Dogs just lose, the Giants are like, oh, okay, and then they're in anyway. So in
I'm
that
tipping the
respect,
Giants.
oh,
Mm.
okay, I really want to tip the Giants.
I think you should.
I'm going to tip the Giants too. Because like I think Carlton's a better team, like objectively, but I think they might rest Cripper. So
They
if the
can't.
Giants have something to play for, then they'll come out pretty hot-headed, and they just come off an absolute pasting. So I'm going to the Giants as well.
Looking at it, Carlton realistically cannot lose a home final, fifth or sixth.
No, no, they'll be playing home final, Carl.
Sydney would have to pump the D's, and
Really
St
have to
Kilda
beat
would
Brisbane.
have to beat Brisbane for them to finish seventh.
It's not happening.
Funny things have happened in football, but I'd say unlikely. So I think the Giants,
Yeah,
just
I'm happy with
purely
that as well.
based on that.
On the fact that the Giants might have something to play for by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And that's it.
Done. We didn't
How
go
did we
too
do?
far over. Hour 12, roughly.
About average.
Yeah, we're back to before, like back to a few weeks ago.
Back to a more comfortable standard.
Now 12.
We could take 10 minutes off purely because of the fact that now I don't know if you know this.
Oh, hold on, everyone. Hold on. I think we're hearing some groundbreaking information right here.
I'm just about to tell you some exclusive information, and it happened at precisely 3 o'clock or so today. The Dogs lost to the Eagles at Marvel.
And with that, this has been episode 24 of the Touch Table. Follow us on all the social media. We will see you all next week for the final episode of the home and away season. Dogs bad.